Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated Pod Monday Night Smoke. We're here live. Let's go.
All right. All right. No singing from me, but yes.
What's going on, people? KG couldn't be here today, bit of a family emergency, but yeah, I mean, we're here still. Monday Night Smoke goes ahead. We've got Base the Kid. What's going on, Base?
Salute, man. Look, pleasure to be here as always. I wish it was under better circumstances, but we're here in it. So we got stuff to talk about. Let's get it.
Let's move. All right, let me just greet the great defeaters before we go live. Let's see who won this week. All right, Raj, you've done it again, bro. I tried to throw you off this week still and load up the stream late. This guy was there on standby, fam. Salute to you, bro. Shouts out to Raj. Shout out to Raj, Stable, let's be real, Ahija Selassie, Sir Alex Ferguson, Untraceable, Man Like Jack Knight, Mr. A, Martin, and Nail. I haven't even seen your name before. Big up to you, bro. T the Villain, Jonah Free One, Untraceable, Daniel Boateng, Dan the Man, Ellis Palmer, bro. Bro, I know we were surprised by that Haney result, fam. Philip Answer, Man Like Backhander, FK, Finn Black, Osborne, North Bank Bren, and everybody else, man. Big up yourselves, man. All right. So let's really talk, bro. Let's really talk. Guys, by the way, smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. This is one of those shows. Let's not mess about. Now, we know why we're here. Let's really talk, bro. Haney Garcia. And I know sometimes, because I don't even know what your prediction was for this fight, but certain times, you're right, and nobody knew you were right until afterwards, and you're like, bro, I called it. Did you see this coming?
Hell no. I was steadfast in a Haney TKO stoppage, and it wasn't even to do with the crazy antics and all of that. It wasn't even that. It was more the case of I just felt that his mind wasn't focused, and because he's only got the one thing really. Everyone always talks about the left hook, and even in the first round, obviously caught Haney within the first round. But if you look for the second round, third round, fourth round, all these rounds where Haney was winning that fight, he started throwing that left hook just wild, no tell on it, no nothing, making you think, oh, so he really is just like, that's all he's going for. And it felt like, yeah, Haney just nullified it. And lo and behold, no, like Ryan, he was almost luring Haney into full sense of security, and he was getting under his skin to a point where we've never seen Haney on the front foot looking to actually like press the action. He's normally will wait for them and then finds his openings. No, he was going for it and giving Ryan all the ammunition and all the opportunities to do what he does best, which is just land that one shot that he has. It's crazy.
I watched this fight, yeah, and as I got to the end of the fight, because I didn't watch it live, I woke up and I'd like, you do the phone blackout. You don't look at no tweets, nothing. You just go straight to the... I went to watch the fight, and as I got to the end, I was thinking to myself, all I can see was that video in my head. I was like, yo, this brother really went and done it. I cannot believe how this thing went. Like, all right, I'm not going to do the strong breakdown. I want to open the lines like kind of early in this one, but that £3, we've got to talk about that £3. Does that how much of a difference does that £3 make? Yeah,
it makes a difference. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you. I don't know how much of a difference it made because, for instance, that could have happened anyway. It based on, we know Ryan, there's one thing he's got is that power in the left hook. We know that. And a lot of people always talk about Devin and his punch resistance and whatnot. I've never felt he was chinny. I've felt that obviously, yeah, he doesn't take the best punch, but most people don't, if we're being honest, right? But I've looked at, say, that 140, he looked all right. But when you're having to drain down, and he did look visibly quite gaunt from the public workout, even on the weigh-in. Remember, that was a ceremonial weigh-in, and he still looked mad dry in the face. So maybe that weight for him to make was difficult this time, more difficult than it's maybe been before. And with Ryan, whether he was training or not properly beforehand, he ain't had to go through them same levels of distress on the body. So I think it helped. Even if Devin rehydrated to a higher weight than Ryan come the next day, Ryan's still going to be fresher. So that's kind of how I see it. So I think it does play a part, but I don't know how much of a part it played.
Boy, shouts out to Calvin with the super chat. He said, yes, my guys, just showing love. We'll watch later. Blessings. # no scrub. Hey, G-Chains put man under pressure from last week, fam. Hey, so when I open the lines, another question I want to ask you. You see the mind games that Garcia was playing, even if they're not mind games and he is actually getting a bit tapped, yeah? And he's just really on that wave. Does that distract you? If you're Devin Haney, yeah, that's got to be Like, can you train with the same level of focus when a guy's going mad over there versus a man doing interview saying, "I'm coming to knock his head off"? I'm sure there's some type of way that's just unsettled his. You know what? Hey, listen, I don't want to sound like a hater. I just feel like we've got to address the obvious things that happen in front of us.
No, do you know what? I feel like yes, there's a part of it where you might say, "Boy, does this fight even happen?" Or who am I training for? Am I training for him or am I training for the chief support brother? Like, but on the other hand, I think it was more just a case of the one thing it just looked at. He knows that okay, I know this guy. I'm comfortable with this guy. So maybe he took his focus off of the guy that he knew before anyway. And then he's just saying to himself, all right, do you know what? Because of this, I need to make a statement against him because it's him and everyone's going to be watching because it's him. So it's like he decided to go for a totally different game plan just because it was Ryan. It couldn't just do the jab, sort of the jab, the 1-2, the keeping the distance and just outclassing him for 12 rounds. I've got to make a statement because it's Ryan and the world's watching. I think I think he put that pressure on himself and ended up coming a cropper because of it.
Yeah, because Haney came out like he wanted to KO. He just came out coming forward, trying to put pressure on. I'm thinking, that ain't you, bruv. It's never been you. You've never been this guy. All of a sudden, you're trying to take his head off. I think, he bought into everything. My only thing was this on purpose? Because remember, they fought what, 6 times in amateurs. Yeah. And they've got 3 wins each side. Like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, hang on a second. This is actually going to be
the rubber
tricky.
match.
Yeah, this is a tricky one because you know when it's like this brother knows you, he knows you well. So that's why I think Ryan Garcia might have crafted the perfect mind game for him because he's like, nah, I know what I do whenever I win. I piss you off somehow. I don't know, man.
Well, Devin Haney even said Ryan got the better of like most of the early fights because he had more experience. And Ryan said, well, when I used to beat him, I used to go crazy and like basically just fluster him and get him out of there.
Pause. Whoa. You used to what?
He said he used to go crazy.
He used to beat him, he used to go crazy.
That's what he said.
Hey,
yeah, I mean, that's his words.
Chill, bro.
I'm like, you have to see the interview. But
all right. But let's talk about Devin Haney's shoes, bro.
Yeah, he was wearing their fear of God, but I don't know why he was choosing to wear the Snuggies. Like, it didn't really make much sense.
Man came in boxing world title fight in Uggs.
Yeah,
that looked insane.
That was saying the brand is like fear of God, but yeah, they're like But the thing is, it's like if you're in New York, it's not even cold over there. So why are you wearing like woolly or wool type footwear? It doesn't really make much sense. No ankle support, no nothing. It just. It's a bit mad.
I tried to look. I tried to look close at the shoes to see if there was like a boxing boot underneath. Nothing, fam. Just nonsense, fam. All right, let's get some guys in, man. FK, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, what we saying, gentlemen? What we saying?
What's happening, bro? How you feeling about this fight, bro?
Let me get this camera on. Yeah, I'm here.
What's happening, bro? Devin Haney's come out in Ugg boots, bro. He's lost to Ryan Garcia. It's all mad, fam. What's going on?
It's all mad. But you know what it is? I think the build up to the whole fight was all mad. You know what I mean? And that just led to what we saw in the ring. You know what I mean? And for me, the professionals that did this at the highest level are not really even talking about the £3, which I find very strange. It's almost become like a nothing conversation. It's like, now you got to see Ryan. Ryan's the man. He's the face of boxing and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, hold on a second. He basically cheated. He knew he was going to cheat because when they mentioned about him being overweight and it's like, 500K per pound. It's like, I'll pay that. And then his dad was like, you know what? No, don't do that. Because they already knew in my mind that they were going to be overweight. He was overweight in his last fight. You know what I mean? So I feel like there was a bit of skullduggery there for sure. Like they were never coming in at 40. Never. You know what I mean? And
so like how much of a difference does that 3.2 make in your estimation?
In my estimation, put an extra 3.2 pounds at the end of a sledgehammer and hit something and tell me if it don't make a difference. It's gonna make a difference. Do you see what I mean? Because like Base just said, you're definitely gonna be feeling much fresher because I don't think Ryan even tried to lose the last £3. It's not like he tried and didn't get there.
So do you put anything? Do you put anything on the fact that Haney accepted it?
You know what? I feel like he was so confident that he could get the win regardless that he just thought, let's move. But even then, the mind games that Garcia was playing in the build-up, pretending to be a bit out of his mind, talking about his mum or his grandma, we're not sure who he was talking about. So it just became, at that point, it wasn't boxing no more. I just want to fight. To be fair, Haney is not a fighter. He's a boxer. And so he was literally tricked out of his position, if you ask me. He's not a fighter. You know what I mean? You know, there's certain men, they're system guys. You know what I mean? Like, we give you the game plan, follow the system. A bit like AJ. Follow the system, follow the game plan, make it happen. The moment you're outside of that realm of the system and you're doing your own thing, you just keep getting clipped. And that's what we saw.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what, the point that just before you get on that, the point about obviously he didn't have to take the fight, or should he have? I understand that, but as I said in one of my videos, it's like you're so close to fight night. You've done the hard yards to make the weight yourself. Like, you want to get paid. You've got people that from your promotion on the undercard, like, they need to get paid. Like, you also got to think of all the people that now have traveled, like family, friends, whatever, traveled, paid for tickets, paid for hotel. None of them ain't getting their money back if you now say, you know what, I'm not fighting because he came in overweight. Even though people will look at Ryan and say, yeah, like, you were unprofessional, they're still going to say, but Devin, you could have if you wanted to. So he was going to be in one of those no-win situations unless he won the fight, either way.
Screwed. You know what I mean? I heard that Ryan had to pay him the 1.5, but put a £2 million bet on and made 12.
I made 12.
It's mad. It's do you know what? Yeah, I think a lot of fighters, especially in these type of weight classes, are gonna start disrespecting weight limits, because the profile that you gain afterwards is worth more than the titles.
It's worth more than the title. It is.
Devin Haney being the champ still looks wild.
It does look crazy. And you know what? It's more crazy is the fact that there's certain men that are not validated by belts. Like, the whole belt thing is a non thing, because his crowd they don't care. Like, the people that follow Ryan don't care about him being a champion. And that's his validation is not in that. It's, I want the money, so I'm going to just try and make the biggest fights. And if I make weight or don't make weight, so long as the fight goes ahead, I'm good. That's it. You know what I mean?
I don't think he could get away with doing this again, though. Like, the thing is, the belts, one thing about the belts, they may not always be a great weapon or a great thing for the sport, but because some people do value them, they will stick to certain guidelines that you have to be in order to obtain them. So when you get outlaws and mavericks like Ryan, they're only going to last for so long, because ultimately now all that's going to happen is he'll try and do that same thing again to someone else, and they're just going to come in on the same smoke, because they're not going to be a champion. They ain't going to have nothing to lose. Or he's now going to be at a position where he has to fight bigger people, because he came out of his own mouth and said, I can't do 140. Like, 143 is as low as I can go, even though he was 136 2 fights ago. And he said, every time I've been above 140, it was always 143, but you managed to drop those 6 or 7 pounds to fight Tank. So realistically, you're either going to have to now go back to, draining your body down to get to 140 if you're that big, or you're going to have to fight all of these true 168 pounders who can cram themselves down into 147. So
I don't think he's going to do any of that. I think that's too dangerous for man, because 47 is a dangerous place to go. 54 is a dangerous place. Well, I mean, where does he really go?
Oh wait, no. Hold on, I just thought of something. Sorry,
Dennis told him his food.
I just thought of something though. Remember when Canelo was on Golden Boy, just like what Ryan is now? You remember Canelo weight 155?
Oh,
and the 160s had to come to 150. So imagine Ryan's weight is now going to be 143.2. Ryan weight.
It's a fair point, because he did
King Rye weight. Imagine, I bet that's going to be the move now.
They can make it happen.
That makes sense. Boxing just see, this stuff pisses me off. It pisses me off because it's not real. Like, you look at the version of Garcia in his last fight. Yeah, that's a man that's made weight and he drained himself to bits. Yep, I'm like, these men need to really respect what their bodies look like.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Devin Haney is not. He shouldn't be at 140 either.
You can see it in his eyes. Like
He can't
his
take
eyes were
he can't
drawn.
take anything.
Nah. He gets touched and he goes over. It's mad. I mean, quickly, yeah. What do you guys think about?
Check
Hold
that
on.
in the comments.
That ain't real. No way. Wait, no way. This guy could be trolling.
It could be, but you know what? We got X for a reason.
That's it.
No way.
The rumors.
Test?
Hold on. That was, oh no, bro. What? I'm going straight to his page right now.
Same.
Don't piss me off. Nah, I ain't seen that like that. Nah, there's nothing there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You might need to move like Tunde and block this
nonsense, bro.
You know
Get this guy out of here, man.
You know, we had to do the Googles on that one real quick, just in case.
Bro. Hey, just real quick, just before you go, bro. Turkey's getting busy again. He's saying there's certain fights he wants to make. He wants to make Terence Crawford, Boots Ennis. He also wants to make Canelo Crawford. He wants Benavidez against the winner of Bivol and Beterbiev.
Yeah. Turkey's on his thing, and you know what? Turkey needs to be crowned influencer of the year in sports. Period.
I feel like he might just be the face of boxing still. I wouldn't mind this being the Turkey era because
it is. It is. Tell me a show that you've seen from the Turkey era that you hadn't liked. Tell me one. There's
no
always
whole
been
show,
something.
definitely not. The only fight that Turkey's put on that I don't like was Hergovic and Demori. That's it.
Yeah, that didn't deserve.
Other than that, nothing. No problem.
Yeah, now Turkey. Yeah, you know what? We can start to really look at this as the Turkey era because all the promoters are obsolete. I've never seen these men suddenly be willing to make a friendship.
Money makes everyone friends, man. Money makes everyone friends, man, except for Ben Shalom. I leave you, man, with that. You know what I mean?
Thanks for calling. Salute to his excellency for making this call possible, bro. Come on, man. All right, let's get Ellis. What's going on, bro?
How we doing?
All good, bro. All good, bro. You recovered after the shock on Saturday, bro.
I was sleep deprived, man. I was up all night watching that shit. Fucking.
What's your thoughts, man?
I said before, like, when it comes to Ryan Garcia, like, I've lost money on that man before. Lost a fair amount of money against Luke Campbell. So, like, I weren't surprised that he lost. I weren't surprised that he won the fight because he does you like that sometimes. There was a lot on the lead up, man.
His boxing career's got like the spirit of Amir Khan on it. where it's excitement either way where Garcia is involved. If he gets sparked out or he just does a madness. Amir Khan's career was similar to that, man.
Yeah, it was. To be fair, it's a good one. Honestly, like, yeah, I know it's blown me away a little bit. To be fair, it's blown me away.
What do you attribute this victory to?
There was a lot in the lead up to the fight that sort of made a difference. I think, like, the mind games it's top tier, isn't it? Top tier mind games that have gone on. Like, it had everyone interested in what was going on. Like, enough to keep me up all night waiting for the 5:30. Was a 5:30 kickoff or something like that? Like, just the lead up to the fight, like, got a lot of people interested, and it must have had an effect on Haney going into the fight. Like, it must have. Like, how could it not? Like, you think you're going in there with a geezer who's been on the packet and the booze, like,
that's for real.
Got to make you think different about your approach, like.
Yeah, because it's like the fear factor's kind of gone when you think this guy's losing his marbles. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, if you know this guy's in the gym and he's taking this thing deadly serious, that's going to give you just that bit more energy to prepare, no?
But then he came in and really, like, the situation he put himself in, he had nothing to lose. Like, he'd lost the bet with the money, and, like, he's not going in there with anything. He ain't got to prove anything. He's just got to go in there and do his best. Yeah. And there weren't that much pressure on Ryan Garcia to perform, if you think about it. In his world, like, everyone's chatting shit about the fight, but he's in the middle of the storm, and really, all he's got to do is go in and box, and he's been doing that since he was a kid. And he's fought the guy 6 times or whatever. And you know what I mean? Like, he's not going up. It's not unknowns that he's walking into. He had a lot of confidence, and he's got a wicked left hook.
Yeah, he does.
And he is getting, apart from the shoulder roll, man. The shoulder roll thing is, I don't understand what he's
He
doing
needs
with
to
that.
chill with that nonsense,
Chill
man.
the f- yeah, that's a problem still. But regardless, he's still being effective because if you get him punched in the back, but that's not a scoring blow anyway. And if you're not gonna, the ref though, oh, the ref.
Well, do you know what? So, do you know, one of the things about that shoulder roll type thing, I heard quite a scenario on that. Remember, he claimed that he had the damaged or the bruised, the cracked rib in the Gervonta Davis fight, right? And he's implemented this role in whereby he literally protects that entire part of his body, like that rib, that sort of area, almost like he knows that area is a concern for him. So that whole bending into that, so as much as he does, is almost just to protect that one particular part of his body. Would you reckon?
Oh, of course, that makes sense.
Do you think it's still compromised though?
It could be.
A while since that fight.
Well, if the rib was, did he say the rib was broken?
I think it might have been cracked if it was broken before the fight or cracked before the fight. Remember, the sparring partner come out and claimed it was him. So
that has to be tender.
I'll tell you what, lads. In all honesty, if Tank hit you, if Tank hit you the way he hit you, he probably would do damage to the ribs anyway. There's a lot of talk around Ryan Garcia's fights. He builds the hype around his fights. There's always some story or narrative going on around his fights. That's why he's so popular. You know what I mean? That's why I ended up watching. It's because I thought he'd lost his fucking head. And I had to find out what was going to go on. I was worried for him. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was worried that he was going to get hurt in that fight.
Same here.
That's why I tuned in. Really,
my unofficial prediction in my group chat was he gets banged out in 3 or 4 rounds by the referee just stopping it, saying he's not fit to continue because he's not prepared to be in this fight. Boy, was I bloody wrong. Hey, listen. So we asked the question on Twitter today saying how much of an advantage would that £3 have been yesterday, right? Aiming the question at trainers and professional fighters. Tony Bellew responded and he said, it's a big thing. He goes, making weight and not making weight is huge. He goes, I believe Haney's been vulnerable around these weights for years and Ryan is also huge for the weight. He goes, their walk around weights will be around 160 plus and they'll still have abs. He goes, but the last 2-3 pounds is the hardest to get off. So,
see, he's absolutely right about that. Oh,
yeah, another one from Denzel Bentley. He says, I mean, if you're weighing in 20-25 pounds after the weigh-in, I don't think it's much of an advantage. Plus, Garcia ended up saying his conditioning weren't the best, basically admitting that he didn't work as hard in the camp, but who knows? It seems to be divided opinion.
The thing is, I'm more inclined to go with Denzel on that one because, he's right. And Belly's right. The last few pounds is obviously what has the most impact on your body because you have to what you have to go through to get that weight off is intense. So anyone that's done it knows that. I haven't done it myself, but you know. But anyway, with that, they still rehydrate back up to 150, 160, sometimes higher. Weren't they talking in Haney's last fight against Prograis that he was rehydrated up to 160 or 168 or
165?
Just got 165.
Out, So if that's what his fighting weight is on the day anyway, I don't think Ryan coming in £3 over, because the thing is Ryan's mindset must have changed after the Tank fight, because he got stuck in a rehydration clause. He probably shouldn't have fought him at that catch weight because he was way past boiling himself down to 135. He's way past that. He's a 140 fighter now anyway and struggling with that. So he was compromised in that fight against Tank, and that sort of weight draining probably has an impact in the fight. But Haney didn't go down from body shots because he was fucking dehydrated. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's true.
He got clapped in the teeth with a mean left hook at the end of the day, and that's it. That's what it is.
But guys, I just realized though, we obviously this fight happened, but it was actually the historical night of boxing. This is the first intergender fight that we've seen, because we heard Ryan Garcia just the first intergender fight that we've seen, because Garcia, when Devin Haney pushed him, he said, I identify as a woman and you put your hands on me. The fight has gone ahead. Somehow it was allowed to proceed, and bruv.
But no, you're right. You're right. But one thing about the whole weight thing, though, when we say, well, what he rehydrated back up anyway, that's true. He did, but you don't get back everything that you lose. in that 24 hours, especially if you've taken that much out of your body for, like I said, those last 3 pounds. If that's your breaking point, or you're breaking your limit, even if you do come back in, or you gain all that, sometimes you gain back bad weight, you gain back bad water, you become sluggish, you're more lethargic because you had to kill yourself more to get back to, or to get down to that level in the first place. So regardless of how much you rehydrate too, that doesn't always help.
Yeah,
that's true. Still, that's true. And like,
you can't make excuses for him though. Like at the end of the day, like he's not saying that the weight is an issue, Haney, or his camp.
I hear that, but like, let's just say Eubank Jr. went ahead against Conor Ben. Like Eubank Jr. at that 157 looked awful.
He did,
but he would have got corked to bits, bro. Like, fair enough, he said, yeah, let's go ahead with the fight. But if you look at him in there and he's going down from foolishness, then we got to be like, yo, there's a difference here.
I completely understand where you're coming from, but these two fighters, they've come up from 135 recently. The pair of them, like, they've come up and worked their way through the weight classes and settled at 140. Yeah. So Ryan Garcia not making the weight is different to Devin Haney making the championship weight that he's supposed to be making anyway. He's not fighting out of his weight class at the minute. He's a 140 fighter and a champion. So we can't be giving him that excuse at the end of the day. Like, I don't think.
Well, no, but the excuse is that he's now fighting someone. So he's now fighting someone that's actually the weight class above him. They haven't gone to the same levels to get the weight off as he has. Yeah, so it's a different level of compromisation of the two. Would you not agree? Because if you remember, if they both came in at 140, there's no excuse regardless. If Ryan knocks him out or knocks him down 3 times and they both weighed in the same, we're not having this conversation. Yeah. But Ryan didn't work as hard as Devin did to get that weight off. And there, because of that, we're wondering is if buts and maybes. Well, if he came in at the right weight, what would have happened, as opposed to what did happen? If Devin knew about that and they said, all right, take the belt off the line, we'll both come in at 143, what would have happened? Then it's an even kill again. So that's the whole point. It's the fact of one person went about being professional and adhered to the contract and the other person didn't. And we don't know how much of an advantage that gave him. Now, that's not to take anything away from his victory, except for it's tainted with the asterisk of we don't know, could you have done that under the proper parameters?
So really, we have to ask the question then, what is the effect of the weight cut on the fight? Is it power, like being able to deliver power, or is it stamina down the stretch of the fight, or is it punch
resistance?
Like, it could be all three. It could be a mixture of all three.
And then you got to look at how that played out in the fight. Like, was stamina an issue for Devin Haney going down the stretch of the fight? Probably was, but it was for Ryan as well.
So like, let's address some of the things that people are saying, because they're saying that Haney's a weight bully, right? Like, rehydrating, like, you know, Base was saying, after the weigh-in and officially adhering to the contract, making weight, that doesn't make you a weight bully when you rehydrate heavy. Obviously, there's questions to be had about rehydration limits, but flat out ignoring the rules and the sanctions in the weight class of this fight and saying, I'm turning up to do whatever and I'll pay the money, that's madness. And it was madness when it's happened before. I know Floyd and Marquez, it happened that way. Like, it's happened. We've seen it before. It's mad whenever it takes place. Like, but this time was probably the time we're looking at it now. Obviously, recency bias, and it looks like a glaring advantage.
But at least with Floyd, though, he didn't miss the weight. He just didn't adhere to the rehydration on the following day. So, but at least he made the weight he was supposed to make initially in that fight against Marquez. Yeah. So it's a bit of a different. If you blow a rehydration, that's one thing. But at least you've done the other part. You've been professional on the other side. So
it is about professional at the end of the day, isn't it?
Right. Big up for calling through, bro.
Yeah, so
salute, Ellis.
Appreciate it. Take it easy.
Canelo Crawford, make that happens. Did you say Uncle Turkey's going to book?
Oh yeah, that's what he's trying, bro.
But he's also looking for Crawford and Boots at the end of the year. So I think he's just throwing which one out to see what the people say more.
Well, it sounds like Boots, Crawford and Canelo would be like early next year if it takes place.
Mad. I told you, man. Yeah. Canelo, Crawford all day, innit? Safe.
All right. Anthony Hayweather, what's going on, bro?
Hello.
What's
What's
happening?
going on?
What's going on, my brothers?
What's
Can
on
you
your
hear me?
mind, bro? Yeah, we got you.
Hello.
Yo.
Yo, yes, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah,
Loud
we
and
can hear
clear.
you.
Yes, big up. Hey, first of all, let me apologize for my conduct in the last episode, yeah. I was lusting after Alicia Hayweather, yeah.
You was going crazy over there, bro.
Yeah, you know, it's Ramadan, innit, man? I was starving in more ways than one.
Oh, this guy.
Sorry, man. But listen,
Say no more, man.
and
Go on.
there's bare topics, yeah. First of all, yeah, I can't believe you lot even spoke about this yet, yeah. But let's just get this one out of the way, yeah. Did you
Go.
lot see Eddie Hearn and Garcia's dad?
Oh,
Let me see it.
Yo, the
smoke.
way
The chain. Oh, go on.
the
go on.
way
I'll let you land.
Garcia's dad, yeah, rediscovered his manners, yeah. When he heard Boots, his name was unreal. What about Pitbull though?
He said, "Who you got?" He said, "Boots." He goes, "Hey, look, man, how you doing? I'm sorry, brother."
Nah,
Joking.
before that,
Man
he
said Pitbull don't even work with Matchroom or Golden Boy or the Zone.
he was just plucking names out the air, you know.
Fam, that energy change was hilarious. He's like, "Hey, man, look, I'm sorry about all that, man. How you doing?
Yeah.
How's the family?"
Shit. Bro,
I
that
just get emotional sometimes.
these Yanks, bro, man.
He got the AI and take my meds. You know how I get.
These Yanks are ridiculous. That's like being in school, isn't it? You know, like when someone's like, would you? You're a pussy or something. You're like, no, I'll fight anyone. They say, what about go on, fight my man? Then you say, oh, what about my man instead?
The
Do you know
man
what I
is
mean?
like, what, Emmanuel? They're like, yeah, Emmanuel. It's like, no. sorry.
Zero energy, bro. But what was I gonna say? I had something to say about Garcia. Yeah, I'm a bit torn about the fight. I'm torn about two different things. Yeah. So first of all, I kind of rate what Garcia did. He kind of did like a TFemo, innit? Like he was just acting mad, innit? Yeah. And I'm not sure about how much of that was just straight mind games. Yeah. And I'm not sure about how much that weight was really an issue, bro. Because we need to stop saying pounds as well. We're from the UK, bruv. Yeah, let's say kgs right now, yeah? And I just Googled it. It's at 1.3 kg, you know? Brother, come on, man, innit? You could have a kebab right now. Tomorrow, you're 2 kg extra, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the first caller, he mentioned something about attaching like £3 to. What did he say? Attaching to what?
He said a sledgehammer.
Yeah,
Oh,
look, you see, like with a sledgehammer, that's like a small object, isn't it? Yeah. When you're attaching 1.3 kg to a human body, like that's evenly transferred over, I don't know, however tall he is. 5. What is he? 5? What is he? 6 foot?
5'9".
Yeah.
Oh, 5'9".
I'm not sure about how much of a difference that makes, man.
No,
you know
but
what I mean?
it's like North Bank Brent just commented. He said, "Try losing 1 kilogram at your lowest weight. Like you've gone down as far as you could go. Now you're you're trying to lose veins in that, bro. Like at that point, it's
mental, isn't it? But then, how long do they have to rehydrate and pattern up in that?
About 30 hours.
Yeah.
Some places it will be closer to like 24 to 26. Some will be like 30 to 36, depending on when they do the weigh-in.
Yeah, you know, I'm not even too educated about how much of an advantage they have. I might have to ask someone at fights or something in it. But on the other hand, I am happy for Garcia because if we're being real, yeah, if he lost that fight, he'd probably be done in a lot of people's eyes, innit? Yeah,
100%.
And I like whatever you want to say about him. He is kind of entertaining, innit? So I'm happy that a character like him is still in boxing, innit?
You know, it's weird though because it's like he's leaning into the church thing, like and the praying and the man of God and that, but he's also leaning into the rock star. I drink alcohol at the weigh-in energy. Like he's firing on all cylinders right now.
And talking about ripping out people's spleens and eating them and that's not really church and our Lord and Savior behavior.
Bro,
saving the kids.
The perfect example of that, yeah, is I saw him saying, "Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus," and then straight after that, he invited a man to his private parts. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
that was mental, bro.
And then said, "No Diddy,
no Diddy, no Diddy."
The game is he's he's moving like Tyson Fury in a lot of ways.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. 100%.
Same blueprint. reminds me of
Yeah.
like Fury's antics against Klitschko.
With the Batman and all that.
The Batman suit, the dancing, it was nuts. Like Klitschko spent a lot of press conferences just going, "Look at this guy. He's not serious."
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's interesting because when you think about the effect it had on Haney, yeah. And I'm gonna say this to answer your question about whether the minds work. I remember you said it in the previous call as well. I think it did work, yeah. And the reason why is he moved like he just didn't give a toss, yeah, and he weren't serious. But these Yanks, yeah, a lot of them take themselves very seriously, bro. Yeah. Like in the same way that, like how you said, Klitschko takes himself like very seriously. Like the Yanks are unnecessarily philosophical, and it rarely lands. Like look at Charles Martin. I'll walk this earth like a god. You know what I'm saying? Wilder. Like they all move a bit mad. So and Haney, I think is like that. Haney does take himself very seriously. So when he was moving like that, it could have had two effects on Haney, innit? Yeah. Either he thought, I gotta seriously smoke this guy now because it's not even the best version of him that's coming in, and then that's probably why he was fighting like he doesn't normally fight. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, and the other thing, the other effect it could have had on him is just it probably just threw him off, where he just thought, like, what's going on right now? Like, do you know what I mean?
No, I hear it, but I do question how confident he might have been going up against Garcia, especially like they're 3-3 in the amateurs. They know each other very well.
That's true. Yeah. What's that? 6 fights now.
Yeah, 6 fights. I understand
This is the seventh.
He won the last ones. He won the last 3, apparently.
I think he won the 2 of the last 3, and I think he won the 3rd.
Okay, so as they got older, Haney sort of
when he started, he said he got more experience, and then he started to rack up the wins.
Yeah, that could have lulled him into a false sense of security, then, innit? I lie. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It was a good watch anyway. It was a good watch. I'd say that much. I don't like how Tank's moving as well. Have you not seen how Tank's moving?
Yeah,
Tank gets on my nerves.
Was claiming victory.
Yeah,
he's claiming victory over Haney now.
The Tank's fans have already added Haney to his resume.
I understand why boxing fans do this, but realistically, the fight needs to happen. The fight absolutely needs to happen still.
I hate it. I hate that whole mentality, bro. It's like that's what made Wilder like a name when he never deserved it. Do you know what I mean? It's really dangerous, man. And it's the Yanks that do it as well, man. So
could you imagine Wilder in there? Could you imagine what Wilder would have done if he was in there? It's like, brother.
And imagine, but they did that to people that it's not even like Wilder faced them and beat them, and then they beat someone else. It's like these are people that even Wilder's team ain't trying to rush to make fights with. So.
Yeah, man. It's like, but the casuals will believe that though. Like this is always going to work on. I think, I don't know, man. We got to educate the casuals a bit more, man.
Yeah, nah, I hear you. But at the same time, obviously, you knock out an opponent and then he goes and knocks someone else out. You just look at it and be like, boy, he might have done the same. It's hard to not. You got to remind yourself with the boxing knowledge and be like, hey, triangle theories.
Yeah, it's true. To the naked eyes, yeah.
What are you making of Turkey out in Saudi, bro?
Turkey's the truth, man. Turkey's reminding me of, right? He's turned boxing into like the Expendables, bro. He's moving like Suge Knight, bruv. He's just come there, bullied the whole thing, man.
I hear it.
I rate him. This card is looking serious as well. I think that's probably the fight I'm looking forward to the most. The Bataviev and Bivol.
Yeah,
like that's 2 guys close. Well, they're firing on all cylinders. It's going to be a great fight. I edge towards Bataviev. But
whilst I obviously rate Bataviev, I look at Bivol's like skill set. And I can see him causing a lot of issues. Like if Bataviev does get to him, it's going to be 9-10 onwards. But for those first rounds, I can seriously see Bivol just staying out of danger, landing decent jabs, good little touch shots. You know what I mean? Nothing necessarily to hurt Bataviev, but to keep him off from outboxing. I don't know, man.
How much of that is due to your your loyalty to Yard?
Loyalty to Yard? No, if I was but no, I'd be the other side though.
Yeah, you'd want Better Beef to win, so they look better. Yeah.
Yes, it would make Yard look better.
He might think. Okay, sorry.
I said if I'm doing the loyalty to Yard thing, I'd want Bataviev to win because it makes his, the win over Yard better.
Yeah, no, but deep down, maybe you're thinking just Yard can't win that fight. He won't get a chance to get that fight again, and you just want Bivol to deal with it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you know what it is, yeah? You know what it is? I'm Yard's my guy, yeah?
Yeah,
but I'm not going to look at Beterbiev and be like, yeah, nah, I need him to get smoked. Like, them men are the two guys of their era.
Yeah.
I'm not against men being great, so I don't have no beef with Beterbiev, bro.
Base, how much do you believe him right now?
Well, you know, I'll be real. It's Blue Borough energy. I could feel that
Yeah.
Travis is telling the truth on this one.
Is it?
On this occasion.
Cool. Our survey says. Listen, I've gone still. Big up you, man.
All right, G, take care.
Bless up.
Cool.
Yo, Trev, question just before you bring in the next person. Now, this might just be me, but did that what's it called, the Garcia and the Haney fight, give you any remnants of the Lawrence Okoli and Chris Billum-Smith one? In the sense that, I'll tell you where I'm coming from, because you remember in that fight there was one card that was given a draw as well, even though Lawrence got dropped 3 times and lost 2 points on like he lost 2 points for holding or whatever.
Holding. Yeah.
But it's like, to me, Haney won. I had it 8-4 in my mind, right? So on my scorecard, I'm saying, to me, I've got Haney getting this 113-111 because obviously Ryan got the point taken off as well. But I can tell there's two other rounds where I'm like, yeah, you can give those to Ryan if you want to. So I've got no issue with him winning the fight, like 111, 113. I've got no issue with it being a draw, 112, 112. It was one of them ones where them scorecards literally could, even though probably the right person did win because of the knockdowns and all that. But it's not out of the realm of belief if Haney got one of those scorecards or that draw card itself.
I definitely hear what you're saying. Like, if we're gonna say the amount of boxing, like, did Haney dominate, it's definitely gonna be higher. Like, you know, Adam Q101 just said Haney wins without the KOs 100%. I can agree with that. My thing is, those, like, the storyline leading up to this fight is gonna be more like, it's what helps judges judge the fight as well, because they can be as neutral as they want to be, but let's be real. Garcia is coming in with all that loaded information of the backstory in the pre-fight. Bow, down goes Haney. Down goes Haney again. Down goes Haney again. That everybody's going to be more skewed than they would be if everybody was locked in. So I think these storylines playing, and the referee was on some stuff as well in this.
No, do you know what? 100%. I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said there. Round 6, I agree, because I gave round 6 to Haney, but 2 of the judges gave it to Garcia. But it's purely because he did so much better in round 6 than he did in rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, you know, sometimes when you look at it and say, oh, wow, he's actually did a lot better there. Okay, I think he's got that one. Now, he's just done a madness in round 7. And then you got the other judge who gave him everything from the 6th round onwards in the fight. So now he's just looking at it as, oh, you know, the whole momentum is just him right now, not factoring in each is a round by round by round. But with regards to the judge, I mean, the referee, Harvey Duck, you know, I'm not as harsh on him as some of the other people have been. I understand some people saying, oh, the point that he took off of Garcia was maybe a bit harsh, but I actually think it was the right decision, because before then, the first 6 rounds, both Garcia and Haney were being warned constantly about holding or like hitting when you shouldn't be hitting. And so he was constantly breaking them, stopped time a couple times and said, look, you guys stop doing this. Rare. So when you've now got this moment, you've told the guys to break, stop, break, and he punches on the break. You're like, okay, well, I've just warned you, man, before. Yeah. Cool. And I don't think a lot of people remember how many warnings and stuff he was giving to them, both of them, beforehand. And everyone's like, oh, right, Haney should have got a point off for all of the clinching and the holding. They was both holding throughout the fight, like excessively. Ryan was headlocking and holding. Haney was holding when obviously he was hurt in the 7th and whatnot. So it's like he could have taken a point off of Haney, but you could have taken another point off of Ryan. So you know, them ones there, it was one of those awkward situations. I feel like he probably did the best he could in the chaos that was ensuing in that fight, in my opinion.
I hear you, bro. But you know, when you're watching it, you're thinking, bro, what's my man doing right now, bro? Do you know what I mean?
No, I get it.
Yeah. All right, let's bring in Lineal. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's going on? Being a hot second, man.
Bless up, Lineal.
Come on, man. How you been?
Yeah, life got on top, but we're back on top now. So no Diddy, but yeah, getting there.
What's your thoughts, fam?
Listen, the people saying Ryan Garcia is playing mind games and that, stop it, man. Because if he didn't win, then you're going to continue saying he needs help. The brother needs help regardless. It just happens that he rolled the dice and he won this time.
Mm.
Because honestly, from missing weight to not being in shape to admitting that, yo, throughout this camp, I've been drinking and everything, he clearly needs help. And the reason I say that is because I'm obviously it's a boxing channel, but I'm an MMA guy as well. And I've seen in the UFC, whether it's Conor McGregor or John Jones, if you know about him, who's one of the arguably the best MMA fighter ever.
Yeah.
This guy has had continuous issues outside of the sport. But for whatever reason, when it comes to the ring, he knows how to turn it on. And the reason I bring that up in regards to Ryan is because the same way John Jones still needs help, even though he does fantastic in the ring, it's the same way Ryan is clearly not in the right mind frame right now. And then because all these people saying, boxing side psychology, I don't think is all I act like how people are trying to say it is. I think, no, he plays into it a bit, but a lot of it is like, nah, this guy really he's a bit tapped right now. Whether he can get the help that he needs, I don't know. But even the way that, sorry?
Do you think he was training though?
Not as hard as he should be, because you can look at Derek James's face in some of the training videos he'll do, and Derek James is shaking his head like, brother, I don't get paid enough for this.
No, but think about it though. Like, there's a lot of fighters who, like, their chemicals ain't all balanced. Yeah, but they're fighters, bro. They're in the right space to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
The brother was in the gym. You don't just go and beat up a undisputed champ like this.
But he also said himself, I wasn't even in the best shape, because I think what people miss is the fact that, yes, Garcia knocked him down, but like you guys have alluded to, Haney was winning all the rounds. You could argue that he didn't get knocked down. It's just the fact that in Haney's side of things, you do not have the power to put Garcia down like you need to. And Haney was ill-disciplined himself in the way he fought, because I think he thought, let me take advantage of, I think that's the only point where I said the mind games came into play, is that Ryan Garcia acted more into him being a bit off. And I think Haney thought, all right, cool, let me take advantage of him clearly not being all there. And I feel like it's like an ODB thing. Like, brother, you don't know what ODB you're going to get. Because I remember the Wu-Tang you see so many Wu-Tang documentaries, and it's like, yo, one day ODB can come and this guy's spitting his game, his performance is amazing. And other times ODB will get to the dressing room, he'll lie down and go, brother, I'm not performing. And the crew's like, wait, what? Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like with Ryan Garcia, that's what you got. You don't know what, he don't even know what he's going to prepare for. I'm sure Derek James is probably thinking, I don't know what you're going to do right now. We're going to roll. Whatever happens, I'm scared right now. Because you can see in the corner when Derek James was like telling him things certain times, it's like Ryan's in his own world, and Derek James has literally shout him like, yo, like seriously, pay attention, like stop the nonsense.
Yeah. That the end of round 11, he had to really stick it on him with one of them passionate speeches, boy. This guy started celebrating like it was over.
Listen, I think this person with guys like Tio and Ryan seem to perform like the best when they come across to everyone else. That's absolutely. I think it's a bit of both. I think they do need, even like the stuff that Tio says to this day.
It's always a bit off kilter. I mean, look, but like, let's talk about Devin Haney's mental focus on this fight, because this only came in cotton shorts and Ugg boots, bro. Like, who did he dress him for this one, fam? Because we really want one, bro.
Father God, listen.
Mad.
He's trying to do the whole fashionista thing, and I get it. He's young. That's that thing where we're from the generation of like, bro, back in my day, we didn't do that. We just have to accept, all right, cool, this is the younger fighter thing. But it looks crazy, and his boxing boots looked absolutely horrendous.
Imagine
they didn't even
how
look like
hot,
they were suitable.
Imagine how hot his feet were under them legs.
Air bang and your feet are hot, yeah.
Feet just sweating, bare wet, sliding in the shoes on this.
Or maybe that's why he couldn't keep his feet when he got clipped.
Crazy.
No grip.
No grip in them. I'm sure they don't look regulated. I'm thinking to myself, do those designers?
His dad was. I think his dad might have been a bit too emotional in the game plan strategy for this fight, though. Still, because the way the dad was talking about, I'm sending my boy out to kill him. I'm like, you forgot your son don't bang like that. You don't hit like that, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I think they saw how Ryan was, and his dad probably thinking, nah, we can definitely get him out of there. and then he was too eager. And then I think once he got clipped in the first round, I think his head was gone. Like he's probably buzzing from that first one, and just kind of like, what the hell was happening? And he's playing catch up from there.
You think he just stayed hit?
Sorry?
You think he just stayed hit
Absolutely.
in the first round?
I think first round definitely, and then by the time the second one comes, he's just basically in survival mode for the rest of the fight.
You know, I don't think he stayed hit from the first one, but I think it almost made him. You know, when you feel disrespected that this guy managed to hit you.
Hey, that comment's funny, but man said it's like the guy who comes to a five-a-side in the pink boots. He goes, "You have to win and be good, otherwise it's how long, bro?"
100%. No, but I think that Devin, I don't think he stayed hit from that, but I think that registered and it almost changed his perspective. Like, oh snap, like he can actually hit me and it hurts. All right, so now I've got to change it up. I've got to get him out of here. And then again, I think he felt disrespected by that almost, and that's why he tried to push the action the rest of the rounds. And if you remember, he had some success in that third, wobbled Ryan with the left hook, but then just didn't follow up because his natural instinct isn't to jump on you, it's to hit you and Garcia, wait for the perfect shot again.
Garcia took that shot and went. That worked. He weren't wobbled, bro.
But you know what? What he should have done was when he banged his. If you're gonna do that, that's when he should have jumped in and tried to swing again. Yeah. Because at that moment he's not in a defensive stance.
Who's that? You talking about Haney or
no, Haney should have tried when Garcia's motioning, because he's not going to get that left hook off at that moment because he's not in the right stance for it. So whenever people are showboating, that's when you're supposed to try and catch them, not before or after. So
he's not a finisher like that though. That's the thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He didn't naturally. His instinct wasn't to jump on him like that. It's to let me wait. Let me work out when's the best time to land the next shot, and then he lost his moment.
Do you know what I also think as well? I think someone said in the comments about them two know each other so much that it's almost like there's that psychological thing of, despite how good you are, you might mentally go back to being however old they were when they last fought. Maybe like, let's say they were 13.
Hey,
you're big 25. You're big 25 now, and mentally you still might go.
You know what that is? That's like when you fight your big cousin.
Yeah.
Even though
physically you should be able to beat them up, but mentally. You're that 13-year-old again that was getting tucked in ends.
Yeah, or the bully that used to bully you on road, and now you're twice their size, but you still remember those beatings from back in the day. Like
that's mad.
But I don't. As for Garcia though, I don't. The whole like weight thing. I think there's a lot of people. I fully agree with Tony Bellew. The fact that there's a lot of people that haven't cut weight before. I've competed before, so I know how it is to cut weight. That final few pounds, can really take out of you. And like one of the previous callers said, is like, I think it was Base that said it. I don't know, when they were just like, you're not going to get everything back that you cut. So then that's why when people are just like, oh yeah, but Haney got the weight back, it's like, no matter what, if you cut that much weight, you don't get all the nutrients back. Your body doesn't recover in 24 hours or so. It's impossible. You're trying to tell me you've cut so much weight for like, let's say a few weeks, and you think you're going to recover all that in a day? Like, it's impossible. So yeah, I think that whole thing is a big thing. But if they're going to do the rematch, I say do it at catchweight at 145. But don't all these people saying rematch at 140. I don't even think Ryan Garcia's had a fight at 140. I think all these 140 bouts have ended up doing catchweight.
Because he ain't making it.
Yeah.
Brother, Lineal, appreciate you calling in, my bro.
Love us always, to you, Lineal.
All right, fam. Take it easy. Hey, we got man like KG pulling up, fam.
What's happening, K?
What's going on, man? Now apologies to everyone I couldn't get on, but I was driving and I said, let me check into the show. You lot are some Haney apologists, bro. I'm disappointed that you guys make me sick, bro. I've been watching. Nah, man, I can't believe what I'm seeing tonight, bro.
Do you say Haney apologists?
Yeah, you man are on some. I can't believe what's going on. Where's the flowers for Garcia, bro? Man went in there, done a madness, and all I can hear, maybe it's because I heard my other guy that sounded like he lost all his money, bro. How much money did he lose when he called in? Bro, he called Ellis. What was wrong with him, fam? I've never, bro.
We've never seen him like this.
Through what I'm getting through, fam. I've never seen the likes of it, bro. We want chaos.
But hold on, though, bro. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. How is it? What you're saying that is hate because we're calling out the obvious things that took part before this
I think
weekend?
you man are not giving the true. You're not giving like a real assessment. My man went out there, surprised us. He played him with the mind games, and he beat him.
Hold on. Yeah, but he spent £3.2 for those flowers, bro.
Oh, now you look at you crying.
Yeah, there you go.
3.2.
3.2, my bro.
Nah, you lot allow it, man. Just
hold on.
Again,
does the 3.2 not matter, bro?
Are you telling me that you're saying before you weren't gonna get touched, you weren't gonna be bro, come on,
does 3.2 not matter, bro?
Bro, there's some weight there, innit? There's some weight there, but let's not act like that's the reason why he lost.
Well, we don't know. Bro. That's what we're saying. We can't. There's an asterisk next to it.
You lot are moving mad, bro.
Did you say there's some weight there, bro? Did you say there's some weight there? That's how you described it.
That's what I said. Yeah.
So why is Garcia?
You know how the man them hydrate. You know Canelo does this. The man them will do a madness on the night, fam.
Why is Garcia not world champ right now?
Why? Hey, that's an embarrassment. That's an embarrassment. But let's talk about Haney couldn't live with him. Let's really talk about that. Let's talk about Haney's plans out the window. Let's talk about Garcia forcing Haney into a fight they didn't want to have. That's what you should really talk about. We
spoke about that.
Nah, not enough. You lot sound like I saw too much hate. I saw too much hate, bro. Bro. It's an ugly call,
I wanted to slide bro.
Anyway, listen.
I'm sorry, KG. He had to pay weight tax, innit? He just had to pay the tax on the flowers. That's it.
When Yard and Watsy fight, yeah, I need Yard to just absolutely just forget the weight class. Come in at 185 on the scales and see if you're still calm about that.
Listen, I'm sorry that your guy got touched in it. Like I was sad. I kind of wanted chaos, but what you lot are doing is shocking, fam. It was an embarrassment that he came in overweight, but what's the name was rattled by him drinking at the podium. All this stuff is unprofessional.
He's the new Tyson Fury, fam.
I can't believe it.
He's the new Tyson Fury, fam.
I said I wanted chaos.
Chaos. Bro, Ashley's sick of you, bro. Ashley really said get rid of this cooler.
Hey, I gotta go anyway, but I had to call in saying disgusting work, fam. Disgusting.
Bless his KG, man. We're chatting.
Disgusting. Absolutely. I knew he'd have this energy. Where's the flowers, bro? The guy didn't make weight, bro. This was
that's the thing. If he made the weight, he would have got all the flowers. Like, we wouldn't be talking about what Haney did or didn't do. But we're talking. Unfortunately, the flowers got the tax on them, and he ain't paid the tax, so we didn't get delivered. That's just what happens. There's state tax for a reason. He didn't pay the state tax. The flowers are still they're lost in the mail somewhere until that gets paid by customs. that's all it is.
£3.20. You know, in the post charges, they're just like, the delivery charge wasn't covering this one still. So
yeah.
Hey guys, please smash the like button. Over 330 of us in this chat right now, and the likes, I know the likes ain't matching up, and I haven't even checked it. So please hit the like button right now. Let's get Smallsy on. Smallsy, what's going on, bro? Have to respect the fact you're calling from Australia, fam.
Hey,
big up, Smallsy.
Sorry, I was on mute. Thank you so much for having me on, guys.
All good.
That is absolutely disgusting from KG. I can't believe that. I want to do something that I think not enough people have been doing, and that is give Devin Haney some credit for the man that he is. He's wonderful. He is so lovely, very lovely person. And I'll tell you why.
Go on.
Despite all the build-up, despite all the bad blood and everything, what does he do when he goes into the ring? Goes straight up to his opponent. He embraces them, cuddles, hugs intimately. And if anyone has needed that type of support right now, I think you'll agree, it's been Ryan Garcia. He's been in a dark place. He needed that. And Devin was that man for him. So thank you, Devin Haney.
You're shouting him up for giving him a cuddle, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't see these other guys, Tank Davis, Tiafimo. They don't do that. They don't go in and embrace their opponents. And I'll tell you why. It's because that type of love actually takes bravery. Because we, as men, what are we told constantly? Oh, don't show emotion. Don't show love. Don't embrace people.
Bro, stop.
What does Devin Haney say?
Stop this.
Stuff all that. stuff all that toxic masculinity. No, if I want to hug you, I'm going to hug you, and consensually, because I'm allowed to, because it's in the contract. I'm allowed to hug you, so I will.
Is this because of Cambosis? Is this
Well, I
why?
tell you what, Georgie has got a big fight coming up with Loma.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
You know what I think he needs to do? I think he needs to take a leaf out of Haney's book and show some love to Loma, because when Haney fought Loma, I'm pretty sure the judges gave him some credit for his love that he showed to Loma in that fight. So I think that might play well.
Smallsy, what's happened to you, bro? We haven't spoken in a while, and your energy is different now. You've been compromised. What's happened to you, bro?
He's on peace.
He's on peace and love. You've been on the ayahuasca.
I was on Art of War. Now I'm on Art of Love now.
What did you think of this fight, bro?
I loved it, and I love seeing Haney's praises. To be honest,
I know what this is. Because Haney went to and beat your guy twice in a row. Now you're glad to see somebody put hands on him, and now you're feeling relieved. I get it. I know.
Travis, I have been doing nothing but singing Haney's praises right now.
Get out of here!
And I thought he was an absolute role model. He was a role model in that fight because, he was. I would say he was actually, Ryan goes in there. What does he do? Ryan goes in there, cracks his jaw first round. What does Haney do? Does he fight back? No, he hugs him. There's almost Christ-like. I would say it's actually Christ-like. In the scripture, what does it say in the scripture?
Oh, piss off, bro.
Whatever you do for one of these, my brothers and sisters, you do to me. So let me just say this. He was not just hugging Ryan. He was also hugging Jesus in that ring.
I'm sick of you, bro.
Wait, one more thing, Travis. Travis, just one more thing.
Go on. Last thing.
Okay, I think that if Devin had managed to get to third base with Ryan, I think we would have seen a different outcome in that fight.
Okay, Smoothie, bro. Appreciate you, brother.
See you later,
Smoothie.
God.
You see what that is? That's Cambosis joy right there. That's all that is.
Unadulterated.
And the mad thing is, what's the time in Australia right now? He's staying up mad time to do this, bro.
I know it's actually about 8 a.m. where he is. Or 7 o'clock.
All right, last call. We're gonna go to AM real quick, and then we're gonna wrap the show up. AM, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, bro, I got you. There we go.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, people pointing out, but I wanted to point out more. Devin Haney has no inside game, and that's what cost him. And I think Shakur Stevenson is the next guy to fall. He hasn't got no inside game too. So, yeah, that's it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, because both of them, they're similar. They don't have pop. They can't fight inside. They rely on staying outside. And what's helped them is that they've always been the physically bigger man against most of their opponents. Think back. Loma's a really small guy. Cambosis is not really a big guy. He's quite short. A lot of the guys, Gamboa, the other guy he fought, who also fought Loma, I can't remember, lightweight who rocked him. So now we got someone, Linares, that's the one. So now we got someone his size, and I think it's going to be the same story with Shakur, who has power, who is able to move. Yeah, I think they're gonna experience a loss.
Shakur fought multiple people on the inside. He fought Yoshino on the inside, the Japanese guy. Yeah. He fought Robesi Ramirez?
No, I don't think
not Robesi Ramirez. Conceição, he beat Conceição on the inside.
Yeah. But what did he do with someone with power? Edwin De Los Santos.
I need to go.
And Edwin De Los Santos is not in a rush to give him a rematch, is he?
No, but why would he be?
And he won't be.
If you've got mad power, why would you be in the rush to give someone with lights out power a rematch when you beat them?
No, but what I'm saying is they've bought into the hype that they're Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd Mayweather, any contentious decision he had, he ran it back.
Yeah, true.
Okay, and also Floyd Mayweather had sting in his shot, so they respected him. They weren't coming inside, like with Ryan yesterday. Ryan was walking in. He had no respect for Haney's power, whereas Mayweather had that sting. they respected their, when he done a counter, he hit them really hard, really fresh, and they were respectful after that. They weren't coming in. So I think
and Floyd
it's
had
just,
a chin as well. Joshua just said,
and he has a chin as well.
And you know why
So-
that is? Because Floyd didn't fight at weights that were too low for him. He actually was fighting much bigger guys at a more comfortable weight for him. He wasn't draining himself down, so that contributed to his chin.
100. I think the closest person to Mayweather in terms of that is Loma. Loma's been fighting bigger guys. He hasn't really been rocked or dropped, and he's more of a Mayweather, to be honest. I know he's not undefeated, but he's a bit of a Mayweather in that sense, if you understand what I mean.
wait,
Because he's always been a smaller guy.
He said Loma.
Lomachenko is similar to Mayweather. He's been an undersized guy. Lightweight's not his size. He's a small guy, but he's giving him a run for their money. He doesn't get rocked, right? He doesn't get rocked. He doesn't get dropped. He's in there. He gives him a tough fight, and yeah,
he got
wins,
dropped against Linares, so that's not actually true.
Okay, but for the most part, he's not, right?
Mm.
Is he on wobbly legs most time? No, he's not. He's got his legs underneath him. So yeah, I think it's a lot of the youngsters are gonna change their way now, and they're gonna try and I think learn to fight inside. That's the main thing, and don't label yourself Mayweather. I think Devin Haney kind of bought into the hype and believed that he was the next Mayweather.
That seems to be a boxing curse. The next Mayweather. Anybody who like leans into it and accepts it, they just tend to fall, bruv.
Avoid it. Just be yourself, I mean, just be yourself. There's one Mayweather that say Rona done it before. We've seen what happened to him, and it seems like everyone after him who's been desperate to do it, has failed. And Mayweather had a different start to his career. They need to follow that blueprint, and then maybe when they get to seniors and they're a bit older and they unable to do what they did when they were younger, then okay, box on the outside. But when you're younger, you have to have a different approach.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Maybe.
what makes sense.
Appreciate it, bro. Good call, man.
Salute to you, AM.
Take
Do you
care
think
yourself, my bro.
wins Conor Ben and Garcia? What do you think? I think Garcia beats him.
No, well, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so personally. I think the height
Alright.
will cause some trouble, but we don't know what he looks like at 147.
I think he beats him, man. You hear it. You heard it. Yes, man. He beats Conor Ben. I'm telling you. He beats Conor Ben.
Bro.
But it
We'll
will be
see,
nice.
bro.
He called for it in London, so let's see. But I think he beats him.
All right, bro. We'll see, man.
Alright.
Bro,
Take
thanks
care.
for calling in, man.
Take care. All the best,
Take
guys.
care, my bro. All right, guys. We've reached the end of the show. Look out for the breakdown tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Correct. Yes.
Tony. Bro, they're gonna be chopping it up, man. They're gonna be.
Well, you
chopping
know
it
what
up.
we're gonna do an extended piece on this fight. We're gonna talk about this fight in quite a bit of depth. Then Tony's gonna bow out, and I'm gonna finish off the rest of the show on my ones. But we're gonna have a nice compact show. Also, just to let everyone know, I did another interview with Jai Attire earlier on today. It's up on my channel. Please feel free to go over and watch if you haven't seen it. Just want to put that out there.
Lovely, lovely. All right, guys. We'll catch you this week with the episode. The pod will be out this week, and we'll see you guys later on, man. Peace.